How's it going, everyone? As we are all very well aware in the baseball community, the Pittsburgh Pirates are nowhere near playoff contention. They will not be competing for a World Series championship in 2022. And as a result of the current state of the franchise, I have decided to create a top 5 trade candidates video for the Pittsburgh Pirates. At number 1, I have 33-year-old veteran catcher Roberto Perez becoming the first player to be traded from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Even though Roberto Perez is one of the best fielding catchers in all of baseball right now, unfortunately, age is against him. He's still a solid player, but he's not known for his bat. He's not going to hit for a high average. Over the last 2 seasons, he's been hitting pretty awful. Sure, he can hit some home runs every so often, but his prized attribute is his fielding. He's one of the best framers in all of baseball and one of the best fielders in all of baseball. He can throw runners out, and he's doing a pretty solid job with the Pittsburgh Pirates right now. Unfortunately for Perez, age is against him. He's going to be a free agent after this year. He signed a 1-year, $5 million contract with the Pittsburgh Pirates after we traded away Jacob Stallings to the Miami Marlins. To me, he only filled in a very vacant position on our team, and as a result, since we have Henry Davis coming up, we have other catchers like Carter Binns and Endy Rodriguez that can potentially get called up in the next year or two. The catcher position is going to be pretty set moving forward, and I don't think a 33-year-old catcher is going to do the job for this rebuilding team. It shouldn't take a top prospect to acquire Roberto Perez, so if you are a contender, why not give up a mid to late prospect in your organization and get a quality fielder that can help you win a World Series? At number 2, I have veteran right-handed pitcher Heath Hembree. With the Red Sox from 2015 to 2019, he was a pretty solid reliever, but in 2020 and 2021, he fell off really bad, and his ERA was atrocious. As the old saying goes in baseball, you can never have enough pitching depth, and I personally think that any contending team this season should go out and acquire a guy like Heath Hembree. He is one of the best relievers in all of baseball in regards to curveball spin rate, fastball spin rate, and K percentage. Currently, Hembree is projected to be an above average reliever. He's not going to be anything spectacular. He's not going to have a 5 ERA, but he's not going to be a lights out closer. He's going to eat innings for you, and he's very cheap at $2.125 million. After the season, he becomes a free agent, so this is a very short-term rental for a contending team. At number 3, I have veteran left-handed pitcher Jose Quintana. Jose Quintana is a very familiar name in the game of baseball. Those of you who have been around for a little bit might remember him from his Chicago White Sox days when he was an all-star and was one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. After being traded to the Cubs and then dabbling with the Giants and the Los Angeles Angels, he really struggled immensely, especially in the last couple seasons, and as a result, he signed a very cheap 1-year, $2 million prove-it deal to see if he can get traded to a contender at the deadline. This isn't uncommon for the Pittsburgh Pirates. We actually did the same thing with another veteran lefty pitcher in Tyler Anderson. We signed him to a 1-year contract, and then when he pitched a pretty solid year in 2021, he was traded to the Seattle Mariners for a package of prospects. If Quintana breaks out in a big way, he's going to be an absolute steal for a playoff contender. At number 4, I have veteran outfielder Jake Mariznick. Jake Mariznick is a very solid veteran bat. He's more known for his fielding. He can get on base, he can steal bases. He's got some solid speed in the outfield, very athletic, versatile, and he's solid outfield depth. Many playoff teams need a guy who's a veteran, who knows the game of baseball pretty well, and is able to provide quality at-bats and field balls extremely well. Even though he's been hitting as a career .230 hitter, he's not known for that. He's known for his fielding. With the Houston Astros, especially during their 2017 run, he was one of the main reasons why they were able to advance into the playoffs and win a World Series. He's currently signed to a very cheap $1.3 million contract. If Mariznick breaks out this season, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets traded to another team. He's been traded to a couple of teams before in the past, so I wouldn't put it past the Pittsburgh Pirates to at least field offers for Jake Mariznick. And finally, at number 5, I have veteran outfielder Ben Gamel closing out the video. Currently, Ben Gamel is 29 years old and is in his last year of arbitration. After this season, he's going to become a free agent in 2023. I don't think the Pittsburgh Pirates are going to extend Ben Gamel, considering that we have a variety of young outfield prospects that are almost MLB ready, like Canaan Smith-Njigba, Travis Swaggerty, Cal Mitchell, and Bly Madris. All those guys are expected to have their MLB debuts either this season or in 2023. For a playoff contender, he's a very solid lefty bat who can get on base. He hits for solid power. He's able to run the base paths pretty well. Depth at any position is extremely important for a playoff contender. Worst case scenario, a team decides to go out and trade a a very low rated prospect to acquire his services, and hopefully this will help them make a World Series run. Ben Gamel is also signed to a very cheap contract for an outfielder. He's only signed to $1.8 million this season. That's chump change for a lot of teams, especially the Los Angeles Dodgers. And no, do not talk to me about trading Brian Reynolds, because if we trade Brian Reynolds, I will be a very depressed Pirates fan. So get those thoughts out of your head, please. Thank you so much for watching. If indeed you have, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell for notifications. That way you won't miss any future uploads on this channel. Comment down below who you think should be traded from the Pittsburgh Pirates. With that being said, let's go Bucks.